The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to a new Bitcoin video, and today is Sunday, so we are having an important weekly close. I don't know how important it is, but it is quite important. You can see this line down here at 36,253. That's the line we do not want to break on the weekly close. So if you put down here at the bottom where we previously worked, having closed, that is acting as a support right now at 36,253. And if we for whatever reason close below that, that can be actually terrible for the price of Bitcoin. Now I don't think we're gonna do that, but by the sheer fact that we have to go another 5.5% towards downside. We are already 4.4% down. So it's gonna be like 10% move towards downside to actually break the support line. So I don't see anything that bad happening this week right now. I don't see us just closing down here today, but we are already closing at some kind of very low levels down here, and we are getting really close to the 36k support. So the way I see this right now is I'm not very optimistic right now that for some reason this can just turn around and bounce right back. I said the best case scenario is if we kind of hug the 10 moving average here for a couple of more weeks and then bounce towards the upside. Unfortunately, that doesn't look to be the case right now. If we close anywhere down here like we are doing now, and we are getting this big fat candle on the downside below the 10 moving average, that's that's a decent rejection of the 10 moving average, and also a bearish candle towards the downside. So we tried down here, we tried to pump some, we got rejected by the 10 moving average, and right now we are continuing on the downside. So but the good scenario is we are not going, I don't think we are gonna fall below 36,000 today and close below that. So that's maybe gonna be in the next week, and we see how we react next week on the 100 moving average or whatever we gonna end up at. And now let's go to the daily time frame and see what's been happening here on the daily time frame. You can see here the support lines that we drew a couple of days ago are still intact down here. This is the support area between 39,000 up here and 38,000. You can see here we are right, we overshoot it with the wick, but we are right now just above the last support line down here, and I'm hopeful that this support will hold at least for today. Also, these 3 moving averages, we are getting extended from the 3 moving averages, so I am pretty confident that right now maybe we are at some kind of bottom down here where we will eventually maybe try to move towards the upside a little bit before we if we are gonna break this. I think we need to move a little bit up and wait for these moving averages and then shoot on the downside again. Yesterday we also talked about some kind of scenario where we break the trend and we have these 2 dips on the downside. So this is the trend, this is the first dip, then you get a second dip, and then you go towards the upside. So this might be the first the first ending dip that's coming to a close right now. After that, what we said, we can see something like this on the downside again, and then maybe continue towards the upside. So the way I'm seeing this is a normal move that's happening right now. This is very expected. This is what I think everybody expecting right now, between 38 and 39,000, this move. It's not really clear to say how this is gonna play out, but you can see here it is trying to break this support right now. Maybe it's gonna go all the way down there or even to 36,000. I'm hopeful that it will hold the support, but we have to see how this actually plays out on the daily time frame. The daily time frame is the most important one and interesting one. Now, if you remember, let's just go to this chart up here and remove everything from the chart. And you remember that we drew some support trend lines on the downside down here, something like this. And you can see that even this last support trend line is getting broken right now, which is not a good sign. Doesn't matter how you twist it around. You can also maybe put like this, or maybe something like this, and then you have it, but you cannot, technically you cannot do that. You can do it like this. This is the last support, and we are breaking right now everything on the downside. So it is not a good move technically speaking. It's not a good move technically speaking, right? But I'm not fearful or anything like that. I'm still looking at this support here holding. I'm still looking at this trend line giving us, sorry, I'm still looking at this trend line giving us support where we, you know, bounce eventually from that. The only time that I would say that this start looks terrible if we see this trend line and we start breaking back below the trend line. Now this kind of scenario over here is very bad, and that's when you should be panicking. Until that, there is no panic. It is what it is. 4.5 in bear market, that's kind of good. Don't you agree? I mean, could have been a lot worse. So, you know, I also don't see that altcoins are, you know, that panicky right now. I mean, they're down a little bit, but not that panicky as well. Anyways, guys, we'll see what's happening tomorrow and how we actually close the weekly close. The weekly close is really important. We'll see how this actually ends at the end of the day. MACD also is still going towards the downside, so it's not very optimistic or anything like that, but we do got a lot of, you know, support on the downside right now below us. I mean, there is definitely a lot of, you know, weekly support below. So let me see if we did break this one. Oh, we are at this one exactly on the dollar, and we got this one here. So you can see right now we are getting into this, you know, area of weekly support levels between 39,000 and 31,000. There is a lot of support. Which support will actually hold and which will not hold, that's kind of the question. But, you know, this is a very tough support to break. Now breaking on downside below 30,000, that's when the panic hits, like I showed you just now, you know. But we are not there yet, guys. We are not there yet. All of this up here, that's hopium. All of this can do this. And that's what we're hoping for. So we're gonna keep on watching Bitcoin. We're gonna see if we can actually manage to, you know, bounce eventually. But right now, tomorrow, same time, same place. Hit the like button on the way out, guys. Bye bye.